The Conservative International Alliance, the Conservative Israeli Alliance, aka the fake conservative media and press, the Telegraph, the Sun, Daily Express, Daily Mail, Fox News, the Murdoch Empire, the Daily Wire, GB News, Billionaire Brainwashing Club, BBC News, ITV News, Good Morning America, Good Morning Britain, Piers Morgan, Tucker Clarkson, Dan Wootton, Darren Grimes, Nigel Farage, Jacob Rees-Mogg, Boris Johnson, Eamon Holmes, the Sky News staff, the Fox News staff, the ITV News staff, the BBC News staff, the GMB News staff, the whole lot, Daily Wire staff. They are hiding the Jeffrey Epstein files. They are hiding the Jimmy Savile files. They are hiding the dark web. They are hiding the dark web. They are probably paid stooges. Aren't you Candace Owens, Ben Shapiro, Matt Walsh, Piers Morgan, Tucker Clarkson, Eamon Holmes, Nigel Farage, Boris Johnson, Jacob Rees-Mogg, Tommy Robinson? Are you paid by the Conservative International Alliance, Conservative Israeli Alliance, stooges to push division, hate, bigotry, greed, and hide the dark web, hide the Jeffrey Epstein files, hide the Jimmy Savile network, hide the Andrew Tate network? You're stooges. You're all fake journalists paid millions, thousands to hide corruption, political fraud, espionage, murder, rape, paedophilia, torture, wars, invasion, greed, insider trading, hostile takeovers, corruption on the left, the centre, the right, and the far right of politics, business, religion, mainstream media, banking, big pharmaceuticals, uh, big oil, British Petroleum, poo in a tin, Netanyahu, who runs a paedophile, rape, murder, torture, skin bank or harvesting network in Israel. It collects skin. The IDF collects skin and organs of dead Palestinians from the battlefield that they've tortured or killed or tortured. This has been going on for decades. There is so much corruption that Tommy Robinson, Nigel Farage, Jacob Rees-Mogg, Eamon Holmes, Boris Johnson, Ben Shapiro, Candace Owens, Piers Morgan, Tucker Clarkson, Dan Wootton, Darren Grimes, Sky News staff, Fox News staff, the Daily Mail staff, the Sun staff, the Telegraph staff, GB News staff, BBC News staff, ITV staff, Good Morning America staff, Good Morning Britain staff. They are covering up for paedophiles, rapists, murderers, espionage, rape, invasions, hostile takers, dark web, Jimmy Savile, Randy Andy Hansey, Peter Mandelson, Tony Blair, Netanyahu, Bibi, Donald Trump grabbed them by the pussy. They're covering it up. That means there is no independent press in the world. There is no independent press in the world. There is no independent press in the world because the Sun, the Daily Mail, the Telegraph, the Times, Fox News, Sky News, GB News, BBC News are some of the biggest media outlets in the world, protecting the dark web, protecting the dark web, protecting Jimmy Savile network, protecting Jimmy Savile network, protecting the Jeffrey Epstein network, protecting the Jeffrey Epstein network, protecting drug cartels, people traffickers, sex traffickers, protecting the Tories and the Whigs, protecting the Tories and the Whigs, lords and sirs, protecting the Zionist elites, protecting the conservative elites, protecting the religious elites, protecting the dictatorship elites. Aren't you Nigel Farage, Richard Trice, Dan Wootton, Darren Grimes, Jacob Rees-Mogg, Piers Morgan, Tucker Clarkson, Tommy Robinson, Ben Shapiro, Matt Walsh, Michael Knowles, Peter Jordan, Andrew Tate, Candace Owens? You are protecting grab them by the pussy Donald Trump. Protecting grab them by the pussy Donald Trump. And Jeffrey Epstein network and Netanyahu and Poo in a Tin and Tony Blair and Peter Mandelson and Randy Andy Hansey. They are stooges that push division, hate, bigotry, greed, racism, sexism, homophobia, Islamophobia, anti-Semitism. They lie on behalf of the system. They lie on behalf of the establishment. They have so much information. It is unbelievable. Don't you Sky News, Fox News, BBC News, Daily Mail, Telegraph, Daily Express, The Sun, Murdoch Empire, Fox News, Fox News staff. Don't you conservative stooges, conservative stooges of fake media, pushing hate and division and greed, money laundering, fraud, corruption, division, dividing the sheep, dividing the Jew, dividing the Muslim, dividing the Christian, dividing the Catholic, dividing the Sikh, dividing the Buddhist, dividing the gay, dividing the straight, dividing the married, dividing the unmarried, dividing the brown, dividing the black, dividing the straight, dividing the old, dividing the middle class, divide. Isn't that right, Conservative International Alliance? Isn't that right, Conservative International Alliance Press? The fake press and the fake journalists and the stooges, hiding Project Paperclip, where the Nazis were welcomed into the USA and Russia, hiding corruption, hiding the CIA MK Ultra experiments that came from the Nazi experiments. The MK Ultra experiments came from the Nazi experiments. Mossad has so many Nazis as well. It's unbelievable. Hiding Leave EU fraud, hiding COVID fraudulent government contracts, hiding Project 2025, hiding digital ID, hiding World Economic Forum, hiding facial tracking software, hiding 15-minute cities, hiding Agenda 2030, hiding that China wants Taiwan, hiding that Russia wants Ukraine, hiding that Donald Trump wants Greenland and Canada, hiding so much corruption. Daily Mail, Daily Wire, The Sun, Sky, BBC News, ITV News, Good Morning America News, Good Morning Britain News. Hiding so much corruption, aren't we, on the left, the centre, the right and the far right, in business, politics, religion. Hiding so much corruption, hiding so much history, causing so much division, aren't you? Piers Morgan, Tucker Carlson, Dan Wootton, Michael Knowles, Candace Owens, Andrew Tate, Nigel Farage, Boris Johnson, Jacob Rees-Mogg, Eamon Holmes, GB News, Dan Wootton, Darren Grimes, pushing so much hate and division. Steve Bannon knew Jeffrey Epstein very well, is connected to Leave EU fraud. Aaron Banks knew Jeffrey Epstein very well. Tony Blair knew Jeffrey Epstein very well. Peter Mandelson knew Jeffrey Epstein very well. Poo in a Tin knew Jeffrey Epstein very well. Elon Musk knew Jeffrey Epstein very well. Randy Andy Hansey knew Jeffrey Epstein very well. Donald Trump knew Jeffrey Epstein especially well.